Hello, I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. 1 minute and 35 seconds, and you are going to find an investment opportunity of a lifetime. This one is actually called Infinity Gold, which I don't know anything about whatsoever, but 1 minute and 23 seconds, you are going to learn all about how wonderful this investment opportunity is. I don't know how they're going to communicate with us, where they're going to be speaking in Mars, Winglish, Dinglish, Indian, I don't know. But this is going to be an opportunity of a lifetime because they have managed to put together a very nice looking website. I don't know what they are, but I can tell you one thing, 100% certain, this will be a scam. This will be a get-rich opportunity of a lifetime. So we're going to tune into their Zoom meeting. We are broadcasting live, so I'm not responsible for what happens in this meeting. It will just naturally take its own course of action. But one thing I can tell you is that I'm going to log into this Zoom meeting 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 times and cause as much disruption as possible. And I'd like to bring you along for the journey. So if you're here to stay for a wee while, I promise it will be entertaining and it will be off the cuff. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. Show self view. Whoops, I don't want to show self view. I want to hide self view and I want to go into speaker mode. That's exactly what I want to happen. Right, so I'm going to log in here multiple times. So I'm going to log in here on, oh, here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for, the moment of a lifetime. Let's see what we can do. We may have some disruption. At the moment, there's no sound, which is perfectly alarming, but things happen when you're doing things live.
There we go, folks.
Ooh. Oh, it's
usually.
Oh my God, it's in English.
Crap internet has wonderfully affected us again.
Well, this is going to be great because this sounds like something from Australia.
Hello, DDH. Who might you be?
Uh-oh, they recognize me already. Okay, let's try some funny names and see if they know them all.
Need to be a little bit careful who's on the webinar because we've had some attacks on the YouTube channel.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's...
and Lisa Thompson. I need to know who you are.
Who do we know? We'll try to go in here.
Chavez Anwar. How did you get our link?
Here we go. iPad. See if we can get in here as many.
Oh, Bob and Irene are back with their iPad.
Oh, there we go. So they don't know who we are, which is absolutely friggin' brilliant. Jesus, I've got the bloody camera going.
Righto. Well, we might get about this.
We will turn the camera on.
DDH is.
They're going to cut me out as soon as they can.
DDH, if you want to stay in the call, you're going to have to tell me who you are. And the same with Lisa Thompson.
Wow, secret meeting.
Database. Her first name is Camilla. And her middle name is not Lisa. So if you two guys want to stay in the call, you better tell me exactly who you are.
So
Mr. Fletcher is with us.
Wow. Oops. High tech here, isn't it?
Is Xera.
So there's only 18 people in this meeting. So I'm trying to connect in as many as we can.
And who is iPhone?
iPhone?
Guys, we're going to have to be policing this fairly stringently.
Sorry about the echo, but I'm just trying to get in here as soon as I can.
Things on the YouTube channel. So I want to make sure that we understand that we need to know who you are.
Martin iPad?
We have had considerable amount of traffic on our YouTube channel lately.
Really?
Lots of views. So now that we're changing slightly with the branding.
Here we go. I'll get rid of that echo.
Actually changing what we're about. But
we're bound to
we need to make sure that we are protected from people that choose to attack us.
Oh, attacking. Expose is the better word.
They can come up with.
Who else have we got?
Hey, Ms. Glenwright, great to see you. Evening, Mr. Martin. Mr. Penfolds is here, indeed.
There we
Mr.
go.
Robert and Irene.
We're bound to keep
Ms.
one of these
Irwin
going
up
live.
in Kilcoy. Miss Xera, you have joined twice. And Ms. Sawyer is here.
Well, they place it,
Bob
don't
and
they?
Irene have joined twice as well.
Leave computer
That's
audio.
a task.
G'day, Thomas. How are you? We need some more people to join this
Okay.
meeting.
Let's get about this. We are going to once again have a discussion about
ID.
AU for you.
If anyone else wants to join us here. Gold 06. Jesus Christ. I don't think he'll delete anyone because he'll be too worried about losing potential people who are going to. Okay, so we're going to have fun here tonight, guys. Alrighty. We're going to go for. No worries, mate. But you carry on. Here we go. This is great. We can't make this. All right. So we're going to find people from Australia. All right. We've got a lady who's really known that. Here we go. ASIC. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. I've just put Jessica. Now, surely I can't lose all connections here. I've got 7 connections in here. There is 21 people in the meeting. He won't know them all. We'll stay in here and we'll expose this guy to ASIC in Australia now we know. And Sarah is the lady who runs ASIC. This is, you can't make this shit up. This is the best. Spooky Chicken, get yourself in here. This is amazing. Amazing. Oh,
Unwinding.
oh, now we've got sound. Oh my God, I didn't have sound.
Difficult to
We've got sound now.
Answer directly from ASIC, but they are doing something. So we'll see what transpires.
Hey, Spooky Chicken, if you want to come on stage and just be a voice, you're more than welcome.
How many dollars were left on your vouchers?
This is amazing. So this is a secret meeting. Ah, I've got 7 connections. Do you want one? I literally have got.
File a claim. You don't have to.
I'm 7 people in here.
Up to yourselves. But there's been a lot of people dollars were left on your and vouchers. Very sad that it's come to this.
All right.
Because
now we have sound.
For you business was built for the members, and it has been.
So ASIC have been on the phone to him, and he still continues.
Sidelined, whatever you want to call it. It is just ridiculous that this is ongoing, and boy, it's been a
really
absolute.
I'll check how many connections I've got. So I've got 1,
how it
2
unwound, but
I've got 1, 2
a roadmap to make everybody
okay.
whole,
so I've got
really
I can give you a whole lot of names.
Excited about where that's going.
I can get you another name, which is an Australian name
coming up in the next few months to push it along a bit further and faster. We will be testing some of the banking transactions in the coming week.
Oh my God, these guys speak dribble, don't they?
Sure that it actually does go where we think it's going to go.
This is a serious meeting.
But
so the fact that they're not letting people in is absolutely amazing. So if you're in the waiting room, the company that seems to be running this is this.
We just need to make sure that there are options for everybody.
Options
to make their account whole.
Make their account whole, my ass.
Some options that.
All right, so I'm one connection not.
In the coming months.
I'm going to go in there as Chris King, which is a well-known scammer.
You will have the choice to convert the rewards into cash or into
I wish I could give one of my connections away.
Entirely up to you.
The rewards.
Make no difference to the outcome.
Yeah, the outcome is you're going to lose your money.
Boy, is it coming along at a rate of 9.
Is that right, mate?
So let's get amongst this recording.
Here we go.
And we will see who is going to get the best outcome. And I'm pretty sure it's us.
No, it will be the friggin' guy at the top because it's a pyramid scheme, idiot.
Here's a little thought. We've been talking about this for a long time,
We have.
and yep, it's happening.
All right,
More and more places you go to do some banking.
All right, the good thing
they
about this,
wanna
I can
grill you
shut this meeting
about
down.
what you're using the money for, who you're sending it to, all those
All right, watch
reasons.
this. I'll show you what we can do to cause disruption to an Australian meeting.
Now, we talked about a couple of new wallets in the Homnifi platform.
Let's see if
last
Chris
week,
King can get in there.
and
If they let
yep,
Chris King in
they're
there,
still there. But wait, there's more. So now with the new T-balance process.
all right, let's try
and
one.
I haven't actually tested
Now watch
it yet.
this. This is what happens
I've
if you shut down
managed to
somebody's
do
computer. Here we go. Fun
is
games.
swap some of the tokens I've already got into
Now this guy will be going, what the hell is popping up on my screen?
a T-balance token that will work in that platform.
Here we go. Remote control requested.
So it's not complete yet. I've still got a couple of things to do.
Here we go.
But you can see that T-balance is now
Let's turn this camera on.
wallet, and I have
so my
added
camera's
nothing
on.
to it.
You can see me.
And we do have an increasing value there.
Robert?
Miss Irene, I think you've got your finger on something.
Here we go.
Because you keep coming up as trying to take over control of the screen here.
That's me.
Which it won't let you do, but it flashes on and off all the time.
Hello. How you doing? Hello.
T-balance looks like it might be a goer. We still have some work to do.
Go, Danny.
We still have some.
All right, so now I'm going to go back to
create and swap, but I did manage to swap a bunch of tokens.
Please create a warning I can post in the chat room to warn people about this being a scam and how they are being broadcasted live on the internet.
K platform.
All right, you watch this.
If you go to claim tokens now, it should load properly.
All right.
There's a lot of work going on in the background.
Hurry up, write the
converting the CLFI to LYK tokens and to make them work on the platform.
All right, here we go. This is funny.
It's been interesting to watch it. They are
chat room's open.
Constantly working.
We're destroying the chat room. Watch this, everyone. This is how you take over a meeting.
Didn't work this morning. Okay, Mr. Martin. I placed some yesterday.
There we go.
So
right, chat room 714.
Who is this?
26. Oh.
Infinity Gold Invest. I have no idea who that is.
Request. We're spamming the chat room.
Yeah, we're getting inundated.
That's right. He'll wake up and go, I'm a bloody Aussie.
So
he's going to try to cut me off, but he'll have a hard job. Because the next one I'll do is turn the mic on and tell everyone he's a bloody scammer. Oh, he refused. He removed me. Okay, so he's removed me from that meeting. I'm just going to shut that down. We're going to go to another browser. 1 minute, please, caller. Hold up, what have we got here? Hold up. There we go. We'll go here. We'll turn on the audio and let's see what he says. Get rid of these.
And has that stopped? Might
Get
have
rid of
actually
that.
stopped it.
For you, full size.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
All right, scammer. Do you want to have a game?
Infinity Gold Invest, I believe, is actually a.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, he's just Danny de Hek has just done an expose.
You're a scammer, mate. You're a scammer. You're a scammer. What the hell are you doing on this? Do you not know this is being flagged by the FMA in New Zealand and also money? Do you not know this has been flagged by the FMA in New Zealand and also Money Smart in Australia?
No, someone has hacked our call.
You got no idea that this is highly illegal. This meeting has been broadcasted on the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avengers YouTube channel. See what he says.
So I'm trying to work out.
Sure you are.
Yeah, I think we might have got rid of them.
Doubt it very much.
So,
Right.
anyway, we'll keep going about what we're talking about because we're not even talking about Infinity Gold. And for those of you that want to know, Infinity Gold is a name I came up with for
Right.
what we're doing in the rewards program, which doesn't
Hey, Susie,
require
nice to
you
see you
to
here.
put any money in. So
So
this
that
is a whole drama that somebody's put
clear
together.
history.
Anyway, well, leave them to everyone to their own.
Are these guys mental?
So you can see
Who's
on this
talking?
screen,
So Rock's
that
Gold is the guy
April
that's talking.
1st, I uploaded actually in this account, and the rewards all placed.
Okay.
So we shall.
So now I need to go
have
and
to
find who's doing
see,
Rock's Gold. I'm actually shaking.
what's going on with you, Mr. Martin? We might have a call in the morning and check that out.
Okay, so we need to find my thing.
LYK conversion,
Who is running Infinity Gold?
swapping into a staking LYK.
Right, here we go.
So
Searching the
that's
web.
all coming together.
Spooky chicken. Good man. Infinity Gold website.
And this is really the yields in Homnifi, and I'm going to show
Okay, so now
you
we're going to go in there
a
with one of
relatively
the
simple way to increase those yields.
Okay, let's see what he says about
So
the CEO
you
coming
can
in.
see that the week before it was 149.49 and change.
Right, we better get
This
some.
week it's 163.34 and change. And that's because that's just the weekly turnover.
Oh,
But
so it's
now
going to be good.
I'm going to show you something else.
That right. So I tried to go in there.
Remember, we
as
talked about
the guy that's running the show,
products in
and
HORYS Mall,
he's
how you can
declined.
get them shipped, the actual hardware. So this was one of my devices. It was ready for shipping. And
One of my devices.
the
These guys are
units,
mental.
if you have them in your custody, it increases the yield. Well,
Okay.
despite me going crazy trying to work out when they were going to ship these things, this turned up at the front door. And there's a picture of it in its packaging. It's very well packaged.
You've been suspended on Facebook.
This meeting is being recorded.
Here we go. Listen to this.
Eleanor, come on. Remove.
She removed me. So I went in
So
there
this is
as Illinois
process
Peter,
that
and they removed me, even though
really
he
is
added me
a good
first.
thing, and I'm going to demonstrate why.
All right, so these are some of the names that you can try logging into the system
This
with.
is the front of the device. Now notice there's no controls on it.
So any of those
It's
names,
got a little light
I'm going to go for the
XK500, which is the model. And on the back, it's got 4 communication ports.
Oh, it's got to be good
Actually,
then.
3 comms ports
Clear
and
history.
1 power.
Is this guy absolutely
USB,
mental?
LAN, WAN,
If anyone knows who
and
this guy
power.
is, let me know.
Now, when I looked at that, I thought there must be something other than the light was now green.
I don't know what happened then, but I got
And
disconnected. So my
I
apologies.
just left it.
But I'm
And
back.
I waited until the next day and checked my account.
Talk about
Let's have a
secret
look at what
squirrel
it does.
stuff.
I now have got the bigger unit shipping, which has got a lot more tokens on it.
Okay.
But the thing to be aware of, there was no duty or taxes on the first unit.
Well, it doesn't matter because they're just giving you empty cases that do nothing.
In the way that you look at it, the tax system is structured really well, so we're not paying duties on it when it gets here. Now, that was on the
gallery view.
That was on the cheaper device.
Do you realize he's speaking really slow because he's trying to
my other one to be shipped? So we'll see how that goes.
So he's trying to
20% increase is not a small amount. So if you have a look here, this is the device that's here, arrived. You look at this day, it's 10.4979, 10.452, so it fluctuates a little bit based on price. 10.4063.
Who was this
10,
guy speaking? Does
12.
anyone know this guy's
That's the
voice?
day I plugged the device in.
Is that right? And have you got any money off the platform yet? Or is it just all hypothetical bullshit?
123586 12414.
Here we go. We'll try
So
going in with somebody else's name he knows.
it worked without any.
Yep, he let me in.
This meeting is being recorded.
What's the word? There was no intervention at my end. I just plugged it in and away it went and increased the yield. So it's a great
Okay, does anyone else want to come in here on this connection?
way to just increase your yield. And it's a
Okay,
great way to make sure that everything's working, because literally all I did was plug it in.
all right. So if somebody in the
it
chat
worked.
room wants to go in there with another connection,
Except for a couple
I can
of
give you
small
this
things. No, I didn't put a photo of it in here. When it ships, it gets here
all right, we're going to
with
see if we can turn our camera
a
on.
European power connector.
Hold up. I'm going to put the scan
So-
picture up first.
If you've been interested in how this all works, don't be surprised when the device gets there,
Downloads.
it'll have the
What are
wrong
we going
power
for? We're
connector.
going for.
I just went down to JCar
Did you
and
really?
took in the wrong one and said, "Can you get me a power adapter that'll work?" And he went, "Yep, over here, $20." It was 20 and change. I can't remember the exact amount.
$20,
And
give
I
away
just put a whole
2,000.
new adapter on it, and it worked instantly.
Okay.
So it's a really good outcome, and it's a process that
Okay, I'm trying to get in here, guys. Susie,
we have really yet to scratch the surface on, because not many people have done this. But I will get the next one on the go, and when it gets here, we'll see what it increases from, because it's up around $1 a day.
I'm going to
at the
put my hand
moment.
up.
So it'll be very cool to see that.
See whether
sort
he
of an
answers me.
increase. Okay.
Here we go. I'll put my hand up and down.
I'm getting messages from Zoom about the people that I've removed and reported. So anyway, let's move right along onto the next stuff. Here's the T-balance process. And there's lots of swaps there that you can do to make that work, but be wary, it is a trading platform. There's some new wallets in here that you can swap your older tokens into T-balance. So it's in a more current token. There's no fees on the swap. So all of these tokens, USDK Promo, SMLYK, etc., they can all be used to fund this process. But until we get some feedback, please hold fire. I will let you know how that works out.
Broadcasted live.
I swapped. I used.
If you know this person speaking, please notify.
And the outcome was about 50% of the SMLYK, which is what I asked for, converted into T-balance. So it's really easy to do it, the swap. It worked really, really easily. But I think you have to renew your membership, which is $39, something like that.
Okay, we're going to destroy this
So work out how
soon.
to do one of the swaps, not both of the swaps.
Is this guy
What
really
I'm
that
trying to do
mental?
now is swap other tokens
How
on
can
top
it
of
be
what I've done here
so
to
sketchy?
convert them into digital money, so you can match it up and then it will run.
Okay, here we go, guys.
So what's happening in the world? This is kind of interesting because Argentina was
Here
the
we go.
precursor.
Here we go. Spam in
And
his chat room.
Here we go again. Who's in the call?
They're going to kick me out, but I've got 3 connections live. Okay, we've got. Oh, can I get to 100?
Infinity Gold Invest. I don't know who they are, but they're certainly not us. Somebody is posting in here. Who don't we recognize?
So
folks?
if they're not Affinity Gold Plus, who are they? And have I got that wrong?
Well, I tell you what,
Money Smart Australia is coming after you.
and we will post a recording and they can do whatever they like there. Money Smart Australia is coming after you. Doug and Jenny iPhone. Well, that's interesting. Right.
So he's going to piss off just in case. Ah, removed from the meeting. Let's see what he says now.
Right.
Here we go.
Okay. Somehow or other, they're stealing memberships in the call. As Doug and Jenny just tried to call me.
Stealing
Okay.
stealing
See
memberships.
how we go from here.
All right, good luck, mate. Yeah, I have actually. I'll go back to it.
Okay. Bit about Argentina.
I'm pretty
Global
sure.
Finance magazine, Milei ended Argentina's deficit after 123 years. That's pretty interesting. And he was
Let's see.
doing
1 minute.
similar to what's
You'll need to be
going on
pretty
in
tricky to
America,
get in
where he
here,
was
though.
cutting government jobs in a big way. The government has implemented policies aimed at achieving fiscal balance and eliminating monetary issuance, which has led to a stabilisation.
So who are these guys?
GDP growth, and analysts predict a
This is
4.8%
great.
growth for 2025,
All right.
following a long
So
period
first thing
of
is the ID.
contraction.
ID is
That's
this.
amazing. And he's just doing a whole lot of good work over there. This is a great video. He is an Australian commenting on our political landscape and why the political landscape is as it is. And yes, this one is about what's going on in the US specifically. This is ITM trading.
View.
They're talking about why gold is going to become your lifeboat.
Okay.
Investors fleeing US markets. This is interesting to see what's happening in the US.
So if you're going to come
now,
in, grab one of the names that are already in there.
That's going to be a long-term goal.
All right.
We will.
Right, I'll find the password in a second.
All
right, so the password
sit on the benches and watch.
is gold.
And we'll see where this goes.
26.
Our world is changing. Pay close attention. Here's our rewards program. Yep, not 2, but we are now at real estate number 3.
So why do you need a rewards program when you're investing in gold?
As rapidly as we can.
And why do you need such poor graphics?
If you were an AU4U member, you will be part of this process.
Okay.
So we are not
a financial
going to run this as any sort of
financial opportunity.
in the chat, how gold invest is a scam. You
it's
can't
not a scam. We need to talk about
running this. I put the money up to start it.
Did you really?
The outcomes will go out
gold
to the members.
20-6.
So there's no requirement. You already have been a requirement. You've been an AU4U member.
Okay.
So we are attempting to.
I'm going to go on as Jennifer Adams.
Make it happen as quickly as possible. Hence, I've got 2 overseas trips coming up in the not too distant future.
Have you really? Well, that must make it real.
To make sure that we get this done as quickly as possible.
So they're not letting anyone in the meeting, but we're going to keep trying.
It's going to take the time it's going to take, but we are really well.
Everything's in the future, nothing's in the present.
So that's it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Right?
I am happy to answer questions, despite our plethora of warning about gold invest, fake team identities, pushes investments through WhatsApp. Well, we don't do that. Accepts crypto payments, you can't do that. Vague services like VIP signals, can't do that. Gold investments.
Now listen to what he says now. I've just sent him a message saying Danny de Hek is streaming you live.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
He's got to get out of here.
We look forward to seeing you on the golden beaches of the world. Have a great night.
All right. Does anyone know who this is? Does anyone know? Oh, now he's obviously got it here as quick as he can. ASIC had communicated with him. Unfortunately, I didn't have my sound on at the very start, but he said that he got phone calls from ASIC demanding to know more about the company and what they're actually doing, because obviously it must have sounded a bit dubious and red flags floating in the breeze everywhere. Hey, do you know who this guy was? I mean, I had a guess, and I was, let's just say, I'll just see if I can bring up. I thought it was Affinity Gold because of the logo that was up at the start. So if you go back to the start, let's go YouTube, let's go lives. If you go back to me being live now, and let's go live, logo that was up at the start. All right, so that's me. So let's go back to the start when I was not gibbering on. So when we got to here, it's called Affinity Gold. Music provided by... Okay, so we must be able to find this company. So now we've got, you are about to be recorded. Okay. Then we've got, there must be more. So bloody Australian though, no offense, Spooky Chicken. Hey, have you got your YouTube channel back? Just saying, just asking. Danny Deception. So let's go to here, Affinity Gold. So if you look at that logo that's on there at the moment, right? I'm just going to get rid of that. So I went for Affinity Gold and I asked it to give me a... So let's make this a reconnaissance run. I gone in here, Affinity Gold. So why isn't that Affinity Gold the same as that Affinity Gold? That's what I want to know. Does anyone in the chat room want to have a go at that? I'd like to know. No, what have we got? Is this a rebrand? Why does it look familiar? Maybe because it's got a racing track that goes around and around circles. You know, these racing tracks are no good if they don't have a bridge. Think about this. If this is a racing track, right, the person in the middle is going to get T-boned. Just saying. So you've got to have a bridge. And you know, in this name, the scamming name, nothing actually works really. Just saying. All right, that's a bit of a far-fetched. So Affinity Gold, I'm guessing it's this one here. So if it's not this one here, then who is this one here? So if I go to About Us, 5,256 people have joined us. Also prove that stats. Do you offer free training courses? If we go to About Us, it's got a 99 number. Oh, so is there another Affinity Gold is the question. So let's go Affinity Gold, AU perhaps. Give you a race to find it, guys. Affinitive Gold, Affinitive Gold, AU. Affinitive Gold, AU. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Affinity Gold, groups, party, locations. Don't think so, but she looks quite nice. Don't get distracted. Stay focused. Okay, let's go back. Affinity Gold group. Affinity Gold, mining. Oh my God, is this it? Is that it? Affinity Mining Gold and focusing on copper and gold. Now, just bear in mind, the guy from Affinity Gold is probably now watching us because I gave him the link to my channel, and anyone with half a brain, which I doubt that he has half a brain, corporate documents. So let's have a look. What are we doing? 6-1. Affinity Gold head office investors mining, Affinitive mining. There's no gold in there though, is there? So maybe not that one. There's so many scams out here. You just want to stay off the internet, don't you? Really? Affinitive Gold, Australia, high effective experience, Affinitive mining, Affinitive Queensland, Affinitive mining. You know, the other thing that we really could do is look at that logo. Right, so if I do a screenshot on that logo that you see there, oops, excuse me, but wonky, let's try that again. That logo, which is pathetic, but I know we've got to be pathetic. No thanks, Mr. Right, so we're going to go out here. I'll read the chat in a second. Here we go. Now, we should right-click on that and go Google Lens. That's not very, unique, but let's give it a go. Oh, my God. So... YouTube, Affinity Gold. Here we go. Oh my God, I love my life. I love my life. Who's been helping me out here?
So let's move into, we got that recording. Yes, some new
oh
wallets
my
in
God,
Homnifi.
listen to that. We found him.
This is a screenshot
Let's ring him up. Let's see. Let's find him. So here we go. Crook. All right. So let's have a look. Gold rocks me. Email address, mate. Oh, my brilliant. Let's Derek. Oh, I bet I know who it is. I've got him already in the database. Oh, this is funny. Come on, Spooky Chicken. You know who this is. Affinity Gold about us. All right, let's go find him. All right, so this is funny. So if we go contact, oh, I love this. I love my life. I love my life. So there we go. We've found him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's search for his email address first and see where he advertises. We've got his phone number right there, guys, right there. And is it Derek? Derek Miller. Oh my God, I already know Derek Miller. This is such a laugh. Oh my God, let's bring up Derek Miller. What are you doing promoting? So Derek Miller is somebody who's been helping me fight a guy called Craig Watton, the guy that's been trying to stop me from name and shaming him. So now we just need to ring up. What's this affiliate? Now I'm going to ring him up because he's a mate of mine. He's been helping me with Craig Miller. So now I just need to find it. Isn't this crazy? Oh, Derek, you're already listening to me. He will even know me. Derek Miller, I have your phone number. Is it the same phone number? Oh my God, it's the same phone number. Right, we're going to ring him up. Okay, hopefully we're going to have a ring. It's calling. Hopefully you guys are going to be able to hear this. I know. What are you doing promoting that shit on the internet? Affiliate, the gold scam, I was going to say gold scam. But what's this gold thing that you're promoting? Affiliate, what's it called? Eh? No, but you've just been on the internet, haven't you? Yeah, and you've been promoting on a Zoom meeting of this mining gold thing. Affinity Gold. Well, you must do. Well, you've just been on the internet. Yeah. So you were just on a Zoom meeting just now, right? All right. It was me. It was me. I was trying to figure out who it was. I know, but you're on a Zoom meeting and I've just got this Zoom meeting popped up in front of me and there you are telling people that SEC has ringing you and asked questions.
Reason that
All right. Okay. Mate. Right. I don't think so, Tim. Well, you do because you're promoting investment opportunities for people and you are.
show me.
Been on the internet and said the ASIC have phoned you. What do they ring you about? And can you prove that gold's actually in the safe? Can you actually prove that?
Metal.
Can you prove that there's actually gold anywhere?
Absolutely. I've taken many people to the vault.
And is it like the other one where you sit outside the safe and you see a whole lot of bars of gold and then you can't go into the safe today because of security measures?
No, I've taken many people in there.
Where's the gold stored?
In Brisbane. In a vault called Private Vault Australia is the name of the company. The vault is at Redcliffe. It's in the old Commonwealth Bank building. It was started by the guy that owned the building, and when CBA closed their branch and moved out, he thought, well, what am I going to do with the building? Oh, no, we'll turn it into a private vault.
So why are you making this so secretive?
What's secretive?
Well, you weren't letting people into the Zoom meeting. No, but before what I just did, you said that ASIC have been talking to you this week.
ASIC questioned me about something that happened between customers and the director of the company that was managing the gold. Had nothing to do with our members other than they didn't actually get the value because the director made a decision to close up the company and just sold all the gold and paid everybody out. Well, in short term, that seemed like a good idea to a whole lot of people because they made some money.
So
Yeah.
let's just say, Derek, let's say I invested with you and I went to your website now and it's offline. What would I be thinking about my investment?
What website's offline?
Goldrocks.me.
That's the thing. It's just an information portal. We talk about what's happening in the States. We talk about Argentina. We talk about what's happening in the political landscape
that might impact how you live. So think about what you're going to do. We don't give investment advice.
No. You're talking about scare tactics here. So let's stay focused on what you're actually doing. You had a Zoom meeting tonight and you didn't let people in and you kicked people out that you didn't know and you were keeping it really secretive.
It's not secretive, mate. It's on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, but why did you say that ASIC? Sorry?
Public. It's on fucking YouTube. Every webinar I've ever done is on fucking YouTube. So don't fucking accuse me of doing something I'm not doing.
All right, so we're on your YouTube at the moment. 6 days ago was the last time you broadcasted. So after you finished this podcast today, that was only 20 minutes long. That recording is going to be on YouTube. I don't blame me for whatever you do.
You did.
What did
You just said it was you.
It's
You hacked in.
No, I didn't hack in. I'm asking you. No, don't twist this, mate. I'm used to being gassed. You know who I am. You know who I am, and you know what I do. Do not twist this into me. I'm asking you questions, and mate, you're over talking me. I'm asking you simple questions. Right. Why did you make it a secretive meeting? Because you didn't know I was there. Why were you kicking people out?
Because I had some attacks on the YouTube channel. And so I'm nervous about I don't give a fuck what you do. Look at what's on the YouTube channel, but don't insult my people that have come on my YouTube phone call. And that's what you did.
You've got 300 videos on your YouTube channel.
Yep.
All right. What other things have you promoted along the way? Has it always been this one gold investment thing?
I created the gold investment thing about 5 years ago.
So what's this?
In a company out of Germany, the name is Karatbars.
Karatbars. My God, you're associated with Karatbars and you think that you have some credibility.
No, I don't. So I thought gold was a good idea. When I joined Karatbars, I thought, what's the worst thing that can happen? I end up with a pocket full of gold until he stole it all.
They always steal it. Mate, we've talked on the phone for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now come on, mate, wake up. Do you know how many people I talk to? I know you well enough to know. You don't want me to talk?
The fuck do you talk to? No, you can talk to me anytime. That's how I talk to you.
I've been talking to you.
Yeah, and what about?
About Craig Wilson.
Yeah. Right. Have I ever said to you, you can't ask me a question?
Well, I'm...
Infinity Gold Invest or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, but...
I don't fucking care what it is. Leave me alone. It's just a brand I came up with.
So you
share information.
Okay. Well, here's a unique opportunity for you to promote what you're doing, rather than kicking people out of your YouTube channel. Why did you jump off? Well, you do because you keep. I have a whole team of people going into your Zoom meeting today, and you wouldn't let them in. So why would that be?
153 messages I got telling me I was a scam. Get fucked. I'm not having that in my channel.
So why are you not talking to me now and telling me about your opportunity? Tell me about your opportunity then.
We actually don't have an opportunity. I'm talking about our rewards program, and I'm helping people with things they've done in the past, how to turn the shit pile that they've got into something that might make them some money. You cannot invest in anything we're doing.
Look, mate, you just said a terrible word. You said might make them some money. So this money that they might make, is it in the future? You said might.
Hey?
You just said the word might.
Okay. Have a listen to what I said.
I did. You said... Derek, come on, mate. You just said might.
I know. I'll tell you exactly what I said.
Go for it, bro.
Okay? People have bought things, invested in things over the years. I'm trying to help them turn the shit pile that they've got into something that they can make some money out of. There's no way you can send me any money to do anything. It's not what I do.
Right. Well, explain to me why ASIC phoned you.
Well, I was a, what do they call them?
Doesn't start with S, does it?
In an event.
Tell me about it. It's good to be transparent, mate. You want to be transparent. Is your
When they wound up the gold company, the director did not follow the instructions of the members and sold their metal. What he didn't tell them was he made a sizable commission off that.
That's,
It was not me, that was the director.
that's not what you said, though.
He
Do
still got
you want me to replay what you actually said in the? Okay, so in your meeting, you actually said that you had to be
sold their
careful.
metal.
So let's go back to
Maybe
your
in
meeting 7 times. Here we go. Look.
DH, who might you be?
Uh-oh, they recognise me already. Here you go.
Oh, I didn't know that was you. You had to say was it Danny
Okay,
de
let's
Hek.
try
I
some
wouldn't-
funny names and see if they know. I had my name as Danny de Hek.
You came up with DD8. I had no idea who DD8 was.
I had 7 connections in your Zoom meeting. I didn't know who the hell you were. And then all you're doing is telling everyone that the ASIC have phoned you and you wanted me to. So what's this ZENIQ ecosystem? What's that about?
The Xera ecosystem is a blockchain environment to make digital assets simple. And it actually works pretty damn good.
So is that, just so I'm right, is that aside from what you're actually doing? So you're doing 2 things now. You're helping people invest in gold, and this is different? Or is that the same?
In gold.
Okay. Tell me what you do.
There is nothing you can send me money for today. I don't have an opportunity. I don't have anything that I can tell you, go and do this, you'll make money out of it.
Come on, Derek. Come on, mate.
No.
You've talked to me, you spilt your beans about Craig Walton, and now you're telling me you've got this gold opportunity.
But no, I didn't say anything about gold tonight. I talked about gold being a life raft.
Mate, you've got Affinity Gold. You've got Affinity Gold in your title.
Yeah,
So you haven't said anything about gold. You've got the word gold in your title.
yes. Gold in future if you work it out.
So even though
That's the only reason it's there.
so you haven't talked about gold all day long, but your slide presentation has the word Infinity Gold in it.
Yeah.
And then you've
I didn't know. I don't know anything about Infinity Gold Invest. I have no clue who it is, what it is. I've never had anything to do with them.
okay. So what is happening with AU for you? What is AU for you? You can tell me.
Have been paid out for their metal.
What metal and how they? Okay, so you
Gold or silver or platinum.
okay.
Recently, the director decided she's getting hooked. She's going to sell up the business, and she did. Paid everybody out.
So is there somebody behind this opportunity?
Are you,
Sorry.
are you talking about AU for you?
Yeah, I can see start.zend.iq.wiki. What's that about?
What?
I'll have a look. I'll bring it up. Be fair. It's called Start, and then you go ZENIQ, and then we go IQ.wiki. Wiki. All right, let's have a look.
Making page somewhere for a weekend, you know?
Okay, oh, I've done an M instead of an end. So okay, so we've got mission accomplished. 360 ecosystem. I'll read it to you. I'll use my computer because I can't spell for shit. But there's a look.
In 2020, ZENIQ Company embarked on a mission to foster financial freedom by providing easy and secure access to blockchain technology.
Okay, so it's blockchain and gold now. Is that you? Are you associated with that? So
I still have a unique wallet, and I still use the unique blockchain.
right. Okay. So what's that about? I mean, so am I missing something here?
Made tax paying very easy for people, and they've done a good job.
Okay.
You can have USDT, you can have whatever you like, but I don't think you can invest in it.
Stop it, Spooky Chicken. Do you know Spooky Chicken?
No.
He's really cool. He's like the KFC for scam busting. He's in my chat room at the moment. He can listen to us talking, and he's chatting to me, and he's going, "Did he make his own website?" And I had to laugh. I don't think that's your website though. Start zeniq.wiki.
No idea who that is.
All right, but your own website that you were promoting in your channel is actually offline at the moment, and that's rock. Yeah. Okay.
Conversation made Gold Rock a couple of months ago. Gold Rock has only ever been an information channel.
Right.
That's all it doesn't sell anything. It doesn't do anything other than run a few webinars, do a few phone hookups. Like I've been following the US political environment and how it's following Argentina.
Right. So I got a photo. I'm looking at your Instagram channel at the moment.
Yep.
And you've got lots of images on here. It looks like it's all in capitals. What's it go? I'll look at one of them. It says buy gold today. Invest in your future. Buy gold today. DerekMiller.me. Oh, hold it. So what's this DerekMiller.me gonna bring me up? Was that something else? Let's have a look at Derek Miller. Derek's
for a very long time. But I haven't always been involved. In fact, 99% of the time, I'm not involved in the actual purchase in any way.
Yeah. So that reeks, like things that actually reeks things like affiliate marketing and all that sort of carry on. To be honest, that's what.
Oh,
Yeah.
had conversations with you for months.
Yeah.
I've never said I won't talk about something. I've had open conversations with you. And tonight is how I get treated because I'm having a conversation with a group of people.
Mate, I stumbled across your Zoom meeting, and the first thing I do when I go into this Zoom meeting is I hear ASIC have been in contact with me, and we've got to be very careful who we have in this meeting. And I'm not letting you in unless I know who you are. And it sounds like, oh my God, it actually sounds like, this is what it sounds like. Hey, but look, I know who you are. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I know what you have done. If you're thinking of escaping with people's investments, I can assure you there's nowhere you can hide. Hear that? It's good, isn't it? What I possess are a specific set of skills honed over a lifetime of unraveling financial deceit. Yeah, you figured I got that from the movie, but I'm looking at DerekMiller.me and it doesn't actually come up with anything. So why is that?
That was a branding that a bloke came up with for me some years ago.
Right. I can come up with better branding for you, mate. I
Well,
can
books and do all that shit, and I didn't want to do it, so it's never gone anywhere.
I had a big book company wanted to write my book, and they said I weren't famous enough at the moment. And I went, leave me to it for a minute. Come back to me when I am famous, and I'll charge you for the privilege. But, oh, mate, I'm just a bit disappointed, to be honest. Yep.
What the hell is Infinity Gold Invest?
I don't know, but when I saw your title, because I didn't know you, I went and searched for Affinity Gold and found another company called Affinity Gold. And then I thought, oh, that's what it is. And then when I started talking to you, I was just seeing if I can find it again at the moment. I'll send it to you in a text. But obviously it's got nothing to do with you guys. Well, you. Yeah. But
Actually, Infinity Gold is a brand name I only come up with a few weeks ago.
oh, yeah, that's great. Oh, you might have a copyright issue there. Oh, mate, come on, mate. You got to give this game up, though. I mean, why do you have to help people in their financial future?
Well, I'm just trying to help them out of a bad situation, and I feel obligated.
Why?
Because I mean, these are all people. Everybody that was on that call tonight is someone that I know personally.
No,
And they call me and ask me for help.
no, mate. I was on there 7 times myself, so that's a lie in itself.
Right. Don't I know you?
Well, not
I kick you out because
no. You
I was talking to friends of mine.
no. I was in there 7 times. 7 times. I was Sam Lee. I was Sam. Well, that's what I even get there. I went. Oh,
If you'd have, when you went into DDH, if you'd have said I'm Danny de Hek, I would have said, mate, great to see you. Welcome to the group.
no, you wouldn't have.
You
would have.
fucking would have.
You would have gone. Oh my God, that guy's shocking. I know what he can do to me.
I've never done that to you.
Did you not?
Every time you contacted me, I have replied.
Oh, mate, you have. But to you were involved with Craig Watton, okay? And you
I was involved with Craig Watton.
you were providing a list of people that had been scammed by. I've even got the name of his lioness, and you were telling people that they would get their money back if they signed up for a class action lawsuit with Craig Watton.
Yeah.
And Craig Watton offered me.
That's what I believe he was doing.
That's right, but Craig Watton offered me a figure of percentage of anybody he could get signed up for going after Hyperverse.
He did that to me.
Well, he did that to me. He gave me a blanket. We didn't get down to numbers, but he said, I don't care who you refer to me. I will take a commission. I will get a commission if I just push people his way. And I said, I don't know where or how you're ever going to get any money back from Hyperverse. He said, oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's right.
Same conversations with him. It's his bullshit.
Yeah. So you talk about your goals and you talk about rewards. Where do the rewards come from?
The rewards are coming from a platform I built in another country, and it's based on real estate.
Oh my God. Mate, when you say real estate rewards, do you know who I think of?
I've no idea.
It's what's Sam Lee's first business? I've forgotten. Stable Deo? Stable Deo, Stable Opinion. And that was a company that was trying to raise enough money to build real estate, but you would own it like a piece of the blockchain. I think I got that right.
I get the description that you've just given me. No, we're helping people that are in mortgage distress. We go in and negotiate with the bank, and we come along with an investor, and we put together a contract that works for all the parties, and the bank pays us a fee.
Right.
Pays us a fee.
Yeah, that's called a mortgage broker, mate. Have you thought about just becoming a mortgage broker and save all the internet grief of crypto and all that crap?
To do that, except you can't do what we're doing here in this country because it takes too long to go through all of that hoopla. And no, we're not brokering the mortgage.
Okay.
Contract between people that are living in the house, the investor, and the bank. We do that negotiation. We've got nothing to do with the actual finance.
Have you got any examples of people you've done that for? Okay.
And it's all worked.
Who are they? Can I ring them up?
You probably could. I don't have their number on me, but I've got copies of their contract.
So let me get just what you just said. People were trying to get a mortgage and they couldn't.
No. They live in the house.
Okay.
And they get into mortgage difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
There was no mortgage on the house.
Okay.
Their rate.
Oh, like a reverse mortgage.
They got a notice from the local council that said, we're going to sell your house, get your shit out. So we stepped in and stopped that.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the bank because they couldn't refinance because now the local council has listed them as a bad debt.
So let me get this right. Somebody owns their own house, couldn't afford to pay the rates. So then they decided that they'd get a mortgage against their property to pay.
No, stop.
Stop.
They got into trouble with their rates because somebody fucked up the address and they weren't getting the notices. And they're retired. So they don't have much income.
Oh, so you're going to people who don't know the arse end of a computer.
For fuck's sake, I'm trying to tell you what we're
Every day
doing.
of my life, I listen to old people that have invested their life savings into some opportunity and lost everything. And you're telling me to shut the fuck up? Really? Come on. So you do it out of love of what?
No, the bank pays us for settling the problem.
You just said you don't get paid anything, and now you've just explained the bank pays. I did listen to you saying that's what repeating what you said.
Pays us.
Okay.
Okay? People don't. They pay us a cent.
Yeah.
And they end up staying in their house. They get their line, what do you call it? Their credit.
I'm so familiar with this stuff, mate. Heartland Bank is a bank here in New Zealand, and they offer reverse mortgages. Because you facilitated a reverse mortgage for somebody, like a Heartland Bank, they give you a backhander for doing so. And you do it. Then the people who are dying slowly lose their house, and when they go to dying, they hand over what's left of their house to their family and their inheritance, and everyone loses except the bank and the referral commission. I'm familiar with it. Tell me something I don't know.
They're not doing that.
Okay, then. So did you receive any money from the old people that couldn't pay their rates?
No.
The bank paid you.
No.
I thought you said the bank paid you.
They have to lose the house to the council.
Yeah, so you said the bank pays you for facilitating the deal.
We've got the council, we got everybody to the table and structured a deal that meant people can live in their house forever.
Yeah.
They still own their house.
Okay.
But now the council's paid off because the bank has come to the party, realising that the council created the bad credit rating, and we facilitated that whole thing.
Yeah.
So the council paid us because they were 90 days away from losing the house for any money that they were owed.
Sounds like you're a hero, mate. Now, I want to know.
Here we go. I've just put Jessica.
I've got people that want to know whether you're involved with Xera Pro, X Pro.
Xera equipment, yeah.
So why does it not surprise me?
I have no idea.
What about WeWe Global? You originally... So WeWe Global rebranded themselves to the blockchain era. Then they rebranded themselves to Xera. Then they renamed themselves to X Pro. And now they've renamed themselves to something else and something else and something else. And you're still associated with that company.
I mint tokens for me every day.
Okie dokie. So why does a company like Apple, Microsoft, Sony, what else we've got? Samsung, Panasonic. Why don't they keep renaming themselves every 10 minutes?
Globally, I've never heard of them.
Who?
Well, you just said, do you know who WeWe Global is or whatever? I've never heard of them.
Oh, well, I must have been this. Well, WeWe Global branded themselves to the blockchain era. And then they started off as Lolo Pay. They are the people... Haven't you? Well, they're the company that provide the hardware that's claiming they could do mining for people.
Never heard of it.
Well, you said before that you have some hardware of theirs that produce you.
On my bench.
Okay. Okay. Worthless tokens, by the way, just because I know this shit more than you do, probably. But
you can do that.
Well, I know that.
I can sell them on the open market when I want.
Okay, and how much do you get for them? Is it worth the mining and energy, electricity you spend?
Look, I don't know what the price is today. Probably about $1.30, $1.40.
Okay, and what company is that with?
That product line is from a product called HORYS, HORY.
HORY.
No, they've been around, done anything else in their past, but
Okay.
seems to be working pretty well.
HORY? HORY? What's it called? HORY what?
HORYS Mall is where you buy it.
HORYS Mall?
Yep.
Let's have a look. Let's see if I can find out about it. You'd be amazed that it might be associated with somebody else. HORYS Mall. Like that. HORY Mall, mountain hiking. No, I don't think it's that. No, you have to give me more. What's their website address? Because it sounds like a great opportunity.
Fuck, I don't know what the website is.
So you've got hardware on your desk looking at you, and it's from yeah, and it's producing crypto. Yeah, yeah, and you okay, and it's called HORY, HORY.
Hardware.
Okay, hardware. I'm having a look at the moment. Here we go. Hardware. HORYtech.com. HORYS Technologies. Sort of a bit strange, really. Hurry. Okay, hurry. Okay, we craft. So does this sound like the company? Let me have a listen.
HORYS Technologies is a hardware-first company focused on crafting cutting-edge computing devices with distinctive design and performance. From smartphones to powerful desktop units, our products are engineered to deliver.
So that might be the brand of the hardware, but who's it connected to?
I don't know anything about smartphone tech.
Okay. Do you want me to research it for you?
Oh, I've not had any smartphone technology come this way.
All right. I think I know what it is. ESC Trading PTY. Oh, you know that now. All of a sudden you know it. That's great. Okay, so we've got let's see.
What? Okay, you've lost me.
Okay, well,
HORYS Trading Proprietary Limited is a company that sells electronic gift cards, so people get a discount on their groceries.
okay, and is that connected to what you're doing with your crypto? Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
All right. How did you know that? That's pretty clever.
I designed the website.
Oh, so ESC Trading PTL Limited is nothing to do with you, but it is an Australian company.
Yes, it's an Australian company.
Okay, and what do they do? Nothing, no association.
Gift card. So if you want to spend $100 at Woolworths, you buy a $100 gift card, and we set up so that you would get 2% of that transaction back in gold bullion.
Looks like okay. So I think I found the company you were originally talking about. It's called HORYS Technologies. Oh, we're back. Oh, here we go. Oh, I found it, mate. Oh, I'm going to send you a text. Have you got your phone with you? Okay, tell me if it's the same company as this, because I think it is.
Are you sending it by text or what?
No, I just sent it by text. I agree. So you're telling me that you've got hardware from this company, and this is based in the United. Oh my God, it gets better than this. Really, you guys are like clutching at straws.
United Arab Emirates, license no. 1,150,530.
Really? Come on, mate. Well, here's a company that you've got hardware for that's based in the UAE, right? Oh, they're all scams. They're all scams. Let me just do a red flag check. Can you give whatever. Give me the red flags for the below. All right. So here we go. We're going here, and I go in there. Red flag. So let's just get started. So the company you've got. Where are we? Let's see what we've got. Okay. So vague overlay. So this is Danny. This is just what I have in front of me to find out what's happening. This is what it says so
Triangular
far.
flag on post 1. Vague and overly broad business scope. We build devices for our partners and ship to 150 plus countries. This is a grand claim for an obscure company. If they truly ship globally and build devices for partners worldwide, why is there no evidence, reviews, or known product line? Claims to develop phones, tablets, laptops, smartwatches, servers, and provide hosting VPS. An unrealistically broad portfolio for an unknown brand.
So does that not alarm you?
Phones or tablets, I've only ever seen the devices that I've got.
Come on, mate.
That have the same or similar devices.
Yeah, but you know how these Ponzi schemes work, don't you?
I know how Ponzi schemes work, yeah.
Look,
But if I'm paying for hardware and I get it and it does the job,
well, yeah, but but because if you recruit people into it, you'll get a commission. Do they pay a commission if you recruit somebody into it?
a single dollar in commission from anything I've done with this company.
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you whether they recruit, if you recruit somebody into it. If you do, I'm not saying you have, but if you have, do you get a commission?
I haven't yet.
No, it's not what I asked you. I'm asking you if you recruit somebody else into it, membership terms. Oh,
Slow to answer because I was just thinking through. I have got some other people to buy hardware
oh,
to work.
okay.
This
is cool.
And recruited you independently, I might get a 10% commission or something. I don't know.
So I did.
But I figure there probably is.
Right. Yeah, your comment. So, okay, I'm just having a look at the comments I've got here. So, ironically, the company that I originally brought up was the company. So, this is very much like WeWe Global, though. Hardware and software solutions. We build devices for our partners and ship to 150 countries. They have 24/7-hour hosting support, technical teams on standby around the clock, server management. We handle server maintenance so you don't have to. It's just the same shit, different day, mate.
Well, I don't know anything about software that they do.
There must be a time, though, when you start to think, I need to have some form of social responsibility. And you, if I knew you, like, we're kind of mates already.
Yeah.
Right.
I absolutely say that. That's why when I realised it was because some of the messages came up, I went, I'll fucking call you.
Yeah, so then I want to invest and make some money. Would you actually promote this to me?
No.
Why not?
Because these are all people that I'm dealing with about this hardware, all people that have already got licenses minting. And if you want to increase the yield, get one of these devices.
So
Would I promote it to you? No, I would tell you to go and do something that's real world.
Well, why are you involved in it?
Because I bought the hardware because I already had a minting license from the years ago. It's been ticking away going all right. And they said, if you get this bit of hardware, it'll increase the yield by 20%. Okay, I'll give that a shot. And it worked.
Yeah. How much did it cost to get the hardware? Do you remember?
Hardware cost me $500.
Oh, that's...
Increasing, I've got some of it on 2 different licenses. It's going up about $2 or $3 a day.
So when you bought a device, what did you buy? Like a mini Mac or a cell phone?
No, it's like I had it on pictures of it on the show tonight. It's like you remember the old, you used to be able to buy a computer that was like a cube. And you'd plug in your monitor and you'd plug in your keyboard and you plug in your mouse.
Yeah, I've got pictures of them here. Okay. So why wouldn't you want me to buy one?
Because if you're just going to buy one from the scratch and start from zero, it'll take you a long time to pay for that.
So it tells me, is it 5,000? Is it rupees? What language am I in? Let's see if I can get US dollars. So to buy a cell phone, it's going to cost me $1,500. So are you familiar with WeWe Global? Kapish Patel, the guy that runs the company. Have you not heard of WeWe Global? Have you heard of Stephen Kodos? Well, WeWe Global is a company that were doing exactly the same thing. And I'll show you. I'll give you a link. So if I go to archive.org, and I go in there and I search we.global. Global. Let's spell that right. Global. Okay. So WeWe Global started in 2023. And I'm going to send you a link. This might horrify you, but it will look exactly the same as what you've just signed up for. And they were producing, oh my God, it didn't work. Hold up 1 minute. I'm going to send you a link. Hold that thought. And WeWe Global has rebranded themselves 5 times. Oh my God, all the links don't work. 1 minute, we'll find another one. This is quite hilarious, really, because I've never seen the company that you are promoting. Oh my goodness, they're all dead links. But if I bring up this website, you're going to go, oh my God, it's like identical to what I've just invested in. And then you're going to be thinking, well, and they were charging £1,300 for an iPhone. And they were doing exactly what looks like exactly the same thing. And all these opportunities seem to come out of the same offices. So I don't know the one that you're involved in, but WeWe Global was involved with Sam Lee, which you would have heard of.
But isn't he the hyper fund dude?
Yep, he left Australia with $58 million, finished up in Dubai, and Ryan Jew also left, and they were involved. They were charged by America for their connection to a $1.9 billion scam. And
Yep.
when we busted Sam Lee, I've just been on Bloomberg TV, right?
Yep.
We busted Sam Lee. He got detained in Dubai for 60 days, locked up, cannot leave, and all this sort of carry on. And anyway, he got charged by America for his connection to a $1.9 billion scam. Long story short is we found out that WeWe Global, the company that's very similar to the company that you've just been promoting, was actually running out of the same building where he started up or Satoshi, Hyperverse, Hyperfund, Hyper Capital, Hypertech, Hypernation, Cosmos, whatever it's called. And all these companies were basically operating out of the same building. So it looks very, very similar. Even the picture, because of AI today, looks exactly the same as WeWe Global. And I can't even bring it up without it crashing, which is a pain. So I'm trying to find a link where looking for an archive page. So anyway, you've got hardware, and the hardware is producing you $2 a day, and you paid $500 for it.
Like that.
And with WeWe Global, the problem was that you had to transfer the tokens that you mined into a different currency that didn't actually transfer very well into USDT. And it was so expensive to do so that people decided not to bother.
Okay. Everything I've got, well, not all of the tokens I've got because you can internally swap them.
Of course.
When I want to transfer it out to cash, the main token goes out to 6 different public exchanges, and you can just sell it into USDT.
So how much have you made since you've been doing it?
No, actually, probably in total, $2 grand with some tokens.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So you must have been recruiting people along the way.
No, I didn't include anything. I was just
Oh, that's incredible.
my philosophy has always been, if you're going to do that, tell them, like, your money back, then you can play with whatever's left.
Yeah, that's what I hear every day, mate. And people tell, just get your initial investment back and then play with house money.
Yep, that's how gamblers do it.
Yeah, so where's the rest of the...
Do it on blockchain.
Yeah, well, the whole internet industry's screwed on that. Because everyone, if somebody else loses, somebody else gains. And it's just, but this isn't really crypto. This is more about investment opportunities, isn't it?
I'm buying hardware. Like I've already got crypto. So what the hardware does is help me increase its value.
Yeah. Mate, when I look at your opportunity here, and there's a $1,500 cell phone, a $2,000 cell phone that claims it's going to mint me money.
Now, I don't know anything about a cell phone.
All right.
If someone said to me this bit of hardware is in a phone, I would be thinking that sounds wrong. That it can't work.
Let me find it and give it to you, and let's see. So, I mean, when crypto first started, you could mine on your phone, but now the power needed to to mine Bitcoins
Yeah.
is more than obviously cell phone, isn't it? Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, you can't.
Devices.
I've got heaps of friends that have been in the mining of Bitcoin for years, and none of them now are making any money.
Yeah. It's all right. So tell me about this gold scheme of yours. Oh, sorry, gold opportunity.
There is no opportunity. Think about it.
Yeah.
You can't buy anything from what I'm talking about.
Right.
All I talk about is why you should hold gold and silver. In fact, I've got a dude out at west of me in the open plains country where I come from. He's a relative of someone that I know. He called me up and said, how do I buy $100,000 worth of gold? And I said, give me 5 minutes, I'll call the owner of the vault, and that's who you talk to. Do not buy it from anybody else, buy it directly from the vault. And that's what he's done.
All right.
And now you're going to ask me to kick back from that? No, I did not. Because that's not why I did it.
So I'm looking at your YouTube channel here at the moment, and I see a picture of you in front of a mic. Is that you? Coins withdrawal claims, Sunnybank Hills. Oh, maybe somebody else. Who's that guy there? So whereabouts do we find you, mate? Like, so if I go to Derek, I've already got a file on you anyway. So let's have a look at you. Let's see what we've got.
You've got on file with me scares me. Because if you've done something wrong, I've always gone out of my way to try and correct it.
Well, that's great. Okay, let's have a look. Derek Miller. So I've got a photo of you here.
Yep.
So let's see what we got. Here we go. Listen to this.
During a telephone call we discussed a New Zealand lady, Karen Lapham, that lives in Brisbane, that was induced into investing $100,000 into Karatbars by a notorious pyramid Ponzi scheme recruiter Derek Miller, also based in Brisbane. Derek runs a weekly Monday night recruitment webinar now promoting XPRO, Xera Pro, which you will find the information below. What is also interesting is that you will find recorded webinars on Derek's YouTube channel of his own gold scheme called Gold Rocks, which apparently is his own MLM that holds out an unregistered and unlicensed investment scheme in gold, but we have been informed that owes money to numerous victims, and that there is no gold behind the scheme. Derek would not hold an Australian financial services license or credit license either. I have forwarded the details of the complaint that Karen Lapham has filed with ASIC, and the ADO regarding Derek Miller, Graham Duck and Carolyn Phillips being the recruiters that coerced and threatened her to invest $100,000 from her superannuation into Karatbars, which has not resulted at this stage in the authorities taking action. I have further victims that have lost amounts of up to $450,000 to the same people in Karatbars.
Does that ring any bells?
Kind of like me. He did not do any investing with me.
Mm-hmm.
He did it with Graham Duck. And I had to try and go and sort it out.
Yeah. And is Graham Duck associated with Xera Pro?
No.
Okay.
Turns out he is an experienced and gifted con man.
Okay. I've got to ask you the biggest question yet, mate. Do you know who Marlene Wallace is?
No.
Okay. She's doing that HORYS gold thing, the new GS Partners opportunity. Okay.
No, don't know her, and have been warning people about GS Partners, etc., for years.
So why do you feel a burning desire to help people with their finances?
I don't.
Why?
People have come to me and said, how do I deal with this? Okay, what have you got? Righto, you've got A, B, C. What do you want to do?
Okay, so why do you? I'm guessing you love technology.
I do a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in the computer industry since the 80s, since 84, 85.
Right. I mean, I love being a YouTuber and I love doing what I do as well. I get it. But surely there must be other things you can do than provide people, financial advice or, encourage people to invest their money. I mean, why do you have a burning desire? to well,
Money.
mm.
What I'm trying to do is help them with what they've already got.
Are you actually helping them though?
Yeah.
And how do you know that?
In the outcome, some of them have got.
Yeah, I don't think so, mate. I've got a database of 400 people, and you're one of those 400 people.
Well, what is it that you think I've done?
I think that you're providing confusion in the marketplace. I think you're providing advice as an unregulated financial advisor. I think you're telling people where to put their money, telling people how to invest their money, and occasionally you're getting going by what you're saying. Occasionally you get rewarded from it.
No.
And I don't think it's your job to do that.
Years ago, I used to do that. I have done that for probably 6, 7 years. And I avoid it like the plague.
How can I save Derek Miller?
I
How can
don't know.
How can I stop you from doing anything, mate?
I actually like you. We hit it off on the conversation.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, so the problem I see is that you're looking for a way to pin me with something, and I'm being as open as I can and answering direct questions, and you still can't pin me with anything. I think you're doing this or this. I'm not doing any of it. I'm trying to help people that are stuck. And why do I know what the outcome is? Okay, this hardware device that I got here, I was told if you get this, it'll increase the yield. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to tell anyone they could buy one. I'll go and get one and see what happens.
Fair enough.
That's what I did. Now, there's a whole bunch of people that were on that webinar tonight, but nothing to do with me other than they have a minting license. I don't care where they come from.
But no, that's not true, because I had 7 connections and I'm trying to get into your Zoom meeting.
If you had said Danny de Hek, not DD8, I would have welcomed you.
I did have Danny de Hek in there. I said Danny de Hek is streaming you.
No, yeah, but that didn't come up in the, what's the name, in the...
All right then. Well, I've got a good question for you, mate. How many people did you encourage or suggest that K-bars was a good idea?
I'm really clutching at numbers here because that was a long time ago. Probably 8. Wasn't many.
Right. And does that make it right?
No.
So if I said to you, you robbed 8 banks and got paid along the way for being the driver that sped away, would you say you're not a criminal because you didn't realize that the people in the bank were stealing the money?
No. I was equally guilty. That's why as soon as I worked out that there was something going wrong, I had it on my webinar. And I got footballed by a whole lot of people because I did it.
Do you know Joseph?
Joseph?
Height?
No.
GS Partners?
No, I don't know him.
Right.
He's as stupid as can be. I helped the bloke in the US with his case against them for a long time, about a year.
Derek, I want to stop you from doing Zoom meetings and encouraging people to invest their money. What do I need to do?
I'm encouraging people to invest in money.
Why do you think is your...
This is what I found out. I talked about Argentina and what their political roadmap is for the next year.
I've got somebody who you will know, but you don't know, asking me a question. How much did you make from K-bars?
In the short term, probably a long time ago, we're going to pluck a number here and say 8,000 or 9,000 Australian dollars.
Right.
And then I spent $30,000 with German lawyers trying to get everyone's gold back.
So, and
20 in the hole.
Right, but that doesn't, I mean, I get that story all day long. I get people telling me that I'm in it bigger than you. So after that bad experience of investing in crypto opportunities, didn't that like slap you around the face and say, Derek, stop it?
Yeah, that's why I started an Australian gold business.
Okay,
$20 in gold,
what about,
and we knew the gold was there.
okay, so you got involved in Lioness, obviously, as well?
Yep,
All right, so,
in Asia.
right, and was that, oh, well done, you know how to build communities. Okay, then, well, let's go to another level. Was it before or after K-Bars?
Oh,
Before?
way before. Yep.
Right. So did you know that after Lioness had failed, did you learn from that?
Yes.
And
It
then,
was very, very critical of what I looked at.
right. And do I need to go on to Organo Gold Coffee or, um,
Never heard of it.
okay, what about One Life?
Never.
Okay, what about the Crypto Queen? Have you heard of her?
No,
Right. Was that One Life? One Coin.
no.
What about Hyperverse?
I was a Ponzi scheme. 12 seconds you looked at it, it was a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. I don't know what to say, mate. If I go back to the original thing I did today, I went into a Zoom meeting. I didn't recognize your voice. And I'm listening to a guy telling me that ASIC have been on the phone to him.
Yep.
And yep. And you had to be very careful who was in your meeting.
Yep.
Yep. Why would you say that?
I'm a witness again to know what I was talking about. Thank you. He tried to have my phone cut off. He tried to cancel every email address I've got. He tried to, in fact, he's gone out of the way to call a bunch of close personal friends and make up a story about why she's had to close the business, that it's all my fault. A whole lot of shit has happened. So, yeah, I'm pretty gun-shy.
So why would she do that?
Because I caught her stealing money from one of the people that bought gold.
Okay. And how would that happen if they've got gold? Like, do you steal gold bars from people?
No, what she did was this person called me and said, how do I withdraw the gold or the money? And I said, well, two ways. You can get in the website, click on the cash out button and sell it and make sure your bank details are in the account and the money will transfer to your account within 24 hours. It's happened for everybody. And she went, okay, so I didn't think any more of it until about 3 or 4 weeks go by. She called me and she said, how long does that take to get into my bank? And I said, oh, 24 hours. Well, I haven't got it yet. I went, oh, that's a month. So I called the business owner and said, what's going on with this person? And she said, quote, she's a bitch and I'm not giving her any money.
All right.
I then brought up the fact that, you know, what you've just done is illegal. That's stealing. Like, there's going to be a lawsuit because I know this person and she's not going to let this go. And she flipped out and said, oh, you're just trying to look after her. I went, no, I'm trying to keep you out of jail. Don't. Anyway, it blew up and went to shit.
So let's just pretend that you're me and you spend 70 to 80 hours of your working week trying to stop people from losing money in investment opportunities. And somebody who's helped you in the past is on a Zoom meeting telling people that they could or should or could possibly promote or buy gold bars. And you're just sick and tired of people who are offering financial advice, and everyone complains to Danny and says, oh, look, I've lost more money. And oh, I've lost more money. What advice would you give me? What should I do with you, Derek? Just being frank.
Yeah, mate, I'm happy to take criticism from anybody. I know I made mistakes a long time ago. That's why I'm real hard ass on people now. But if you want to buy gold bars, I'll hook you up directly with the owner of the vault. I've done it with multiple people. This is where you buy gold. Don't go down the shop and buy it from fucking cash converters or any of that shit, go to the vault.
Why wouldn't you just buy gold, locally?
Yeah.
And do you actually get gold bars?
Yep.
And they deliver to, is it like 7K metals?
Bullion. 99.9% bullion.
Right. And where do you, tell me how the process works.
You open an account at the vault. You can do it by email.
Yep.
I'll send you the form.
What's the vault?
The vault is where they keep all the gold and silver.
What's that called?
Business building.
Okay.
And so you walk up to the door and there's a push button. There's push here to talk, and you talk. And they go, oh, yeah, have you got an appointment? Yes, I've got an appointment. They look at the camera and go, yep, we know who you are. Go over to the touch pad and check in. So I go over to the touch pad, touch it, put in my PIN number, and it does a scan of my face. Then it lets me into a locked room. And I wait for the door to close. Then the operator of the doors observes via camera that I am who I said I was, because they've got a photo of me. And then open the next door, and that just gets me into the foyer. Then I've got to go in and say, I'm here for my appointment. I want to go into the vault. And they go, yep, okay. Over there, if your time slot's right, you go over to the pad, do it again. Touch the pad, enter your PIN number, it scans your face, yep. You're who you say you are. You go into the next stage, and that's all glass. And then you're observed by the guy that controls the next door, who then has to look at his system and see the photo they've got on file, which matches your driver's license, and that you are that person. Then he opens the next door. And he comes out of that area with his master key and opens the door to the actual room where the vault is.
Okay.
And I have to tell him what door number my gold or silver is in.
Wow.
And if I don't know, they then escort me out.
So why don't you take the gold home with you?
Funny story about that, and you probably get a laugh out of this. Years ago, I used to promote gold a lot. And I used to say to people in rooms and on webinars that I got a sock drawer full of gold at my place. And I was listening to, what's his name? One of the American dudes who promotes gold a lot. And he said, whatever you do, don't tell people you got your gold in your sock drawer. I'm like, where do you get that from? Not everything. So he said, just the minute you do that, you just put a target on your back.
Have
And
you
I
had
thought, oh.
people steal gold from your sock drawer?
No, I have not. But it was a bit of a confronting moment that I thought, damn, I never thought of that.
Hmm.
So he suggested use a private vault, not a bank vault, but they can still seize it. I get on Google and look up private vault in Brisbane, and this vault that I now use came up, and they were really new. They'd only been open about a month.
Oh.
And the company name is called Private Vault Australia. They have a website. And so I called them up and made an appointment. I want to go over and talk to them. And I've become quite good friends with the owners. I've sent many customers there. Go and buy your gold here. Because if you buy it down the street at the jewelry shop or cash converters, it's not bullion.
So why is it so hard to buy gold in your state?
It's not hard to buy it if you know where to go.
Okay.
And the banks don't like you owning gold because they realise that once you're in the gold system, they're losing control of what you do.
Okay.
It will make it very difficult for you to buy gold.
So I've got this HORYS gold. Is it HORYS? AURATUS gold. And I've got 44 marketers in there. And I've got like Lauren Cameron, Anthony and Kate. I've just got 44 Australian people telling everyone that they should buy gold. And they've got a picture of a guy here that looks like a blowhard called Michael Pope. Have you heard of him?
No, never heard of it.
All right, so there's an Australian guy here at the moment sitting in front of the whole bars of gold, $14 million worth of gold. And his excuse for people that wanted to check out the vaults that they've got all around the world was the fact the security people said that they weren't allowed to have a look at the gold in the safe for security reasons. So instead of doing that, they put $14 million worth of gold bars in a table on.
Then take photos of it, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm up against.
Yeah, I get
So I'm going to say,
and introduce them to the owner.
yeah. So,
Okay, I'm going to, because it used to be when they first opened, I could wander in there anytime, but now they're pretty busy.
oh,
I just make an appointment, and then the owner comes out, or the office manager, whoever I want to talk to, introduce them to the new person and go, there you go, now I'm out. You can do it.
so have you heard of rehypothecation?
Very, very distantly involved.
Okay, you'll love this, mate. So rehypothecation is a word that I learnt when I was in Toastmasters, and it's about selling the same product over and over again. So imagine China has let's say, a shed full of copper, and they go to the French people and they go, we need the money. And they go, yeah, no worries, bro. And they go, what have you got for collateral? And they said, we've got a shed full of copper. So France loans them some money. Then they trot off to Australia and they go, hi, Australia, I need to borrow some money. And they go, what have you got for collateral? And they go, well, I've got a shed full of copper. So they loan money on the shed full of copper. Then they go off to, let's not use America. And they say, hey, I want to borrow some money from Fiji. And they go, Fiji, what have you got for collateral? And you go, well, a shed full of copper. So they loan the same shed of copper to 5 different countries. And it's all good until somebody says, I want to take the copper. And then that's called rehypothecation. It's when you loan. So I'm sort of guessing that even though you probably claim that you have the same serial numbers on each bar of gold that you own, but I wouldn't mind betting that other people have the same serial numbers to the same bar of gold that you own. And it's all good until you take that gold out of the safe and take it back home. Have I lost you? Are you still there, mate? I think we lost him. I think we've done our dash on Derek, though. 27 people watching us. What the hell is going on, guys? But I'm sick of the gold scams. I'm sick of the crypto scams. And they just go on and on and on. And I think we've lost my conversation about the... no, that's not right. Okay, how do I get back to Derek? Did we ask good questions? Just to put it in perspective, this is Michael Hope, and they have also been promoting an opportunity of a lifetime where there's 44 people in Australia at the moment. And these guys have all come up with the opportunity of a lifetime. And these are all on a boat in Croatia with Joseph Haidt from GS Partners. And they are all telling everyone that gold is the future. And if you go through here and you look at these pictures enough, you will find there's numerous peoples in front of bars of gold. I'm trying to think of another one that I've seen. Every one of these pictures, these people normally have a picture of somebody sitting in front of the same bars of gold. And for that reason alone, that means the gold is real, but it's not. I'm just trying to find other photos. But these are all the Australians. Now, how do these Australians promote what they're doing? Well, would you believe they have these beautiful ladies, beautiful men, if you want that, and they go around Australia in camper vans. No, well, they call them Winnebagos, and they generate that question that everyone's curious about. How do you maintain your lifestyle? And they go, we invest in gold. And that's how they generate these leads. Now, you might think that's a little bit far-fetched, but if you go to, I'm trying to find the gold bar, but if we go to Lauren's video that I did on him a wee while ago, that's me. Hello, Danny. Nice to see you here. You can go into here and you can read all about this opportunity. And this guy here has given a story, rag to riches. He was homeless. He was suicidal. He had nothing. And then he managed to get his shit together. And now he makes $50,000 a month. And he's given you investment opportunities. All these people in these Zoom meetings that he was raving on about are there because they want to also have the same passive lifestyle that he gives. Isn't that just a beautiful story? And all these people, we've got Amy Hunt, and that's Hunt with an H. She gave her life story. She poured her heart out in this video. And this was, I don't know, about 6 or 8 months ago. But if you want to, you can go into, let's go, if I search for this, what you call video, you will find my website. Oh, look at that. There it is right there. Isn't that great? Shows you that I can name and shame people. And here's the same video, but instead of just this video, if you go down to the bottom, you can see that these are the key individuals in promoting this scam include. And I've got all those people I just showed you, all their Facebook accounts, and you can go through here and click on them and you can see what a beautiful lifestyle they have. And then you come down to their Instagram handle. When I started exposing these 44 Australians, they rebranded their Instagram accounts so that I couldn't find them. So Amy, she rebranded it to other names. Now, you don't lose your followers when you rebrand your Instagram handle. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. But why would these people that are providing people with a legitimate gold opportunity have to rebrand their Instagram handle when Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, exposes them? And if you go to any of these Instagram handles, it's actually hilarious. So I'm just going to do this for sheer shits and giggles. I'm going to open up all these Instagram accounts. Now, why would anybody involved in a legitimate gold investment opportunity that doesn't pay commissions, well, it does pay commissions, but I'm being sarcastic, all of a sudden need to, I'm opening up all these, rebrand their Instagram account so Danny de Hek can't expose these people for what they're doing. I've just literally opened 30 tabs. I'm still going. All these, right? And now we're going to see what actually happens. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready? Move that bus. So we're going to shut that down. The first one, sorry, page isn't available. Second one, page isn't available. Third one, page isn't available. Fourth one, why do these people have to close and rebrand their Instagram handles if they are providing? I'm still shutting these down. So I'm waiting for one live one. There will be one live one here sooner or later. But all of these Instagram accounts for all these 44 people in Australia promoting a legitimate, we don't understand why the government doesn't love us account. Why are all their Instagrams be rebranded so people can't find them on the internet? Why? Does anyone want to have a guess? Because they know that they're making money not by letting people invest in gold. They are making money by people investing in whatever they're investing, whether it's real gold, artificial gold, toilet paper made of gold, whatever it is. They're out, they've got their hand out like a beggar on the streets in New York, asking for money to survive. All these scammers are literally on the bones of their ass. And they're out there scamming mum and dad investors in the hope that they can build their passive income that they claim they have and they don't have it. I just showed you 32 Instagram accounts that have been rebranded because they're trying to hide from me exposing them. Here is my database. This database is accessed by 6 different government agencies from around the world. I have a database of 400 people like Derek Miller, who was innocently caught in a Zoom meeting today telling people, hey, I got to be careful. I've got to be careful. ASIC decided to ring me up. When was the last time anyone got a phone call from ASIC? ASIC, a company where I will email them every single day, which I have done in the past, and I get no response. All of a sudden, decide to ring up Derek Miller. Hello, Derek. It's ASIC. How are you? Look, we're just a bit nervous about this new opportunity that you're offering. We heard that you've been associated with some shady motherfuckers in the past. And we just want to make sure that you're not doing the same shit that they're doing. Oh, you aren't? No problems. We'll leave you to it. We're busy people. We'll go away and we'll bust some other scammers. Are you shitting me, Derek? ASIC don't ring me up. ASIC don't ring me up. They don't go, hey, Danny, how are you? You spend 70 to 80 hours of your week going after scammers who are providing financial opportunities to people, and we thought we'd give you a ring and see how you are. Oh, thanks, guys. I know you're busy people. Won't keep you long. Things are going pretty well for Danny at the moment, and they seriously are. Now, ASIC said to me the other day, they said, Danny, we understand that you are trying to make money from a YouTube channel. And I go, you got me. You got me. You have figured out my why. I'm trying to make $300 a month from my YouTube channel. I hope it goes up and I make more than $300 now. I spend 70 to 80 hours a week going after these friggin' scammers. And you guys think I'm doing it for the money. When I was in the New York Times, an organization rang me and they said to me, we're hoping that you can help us fight scams. And I said, okay. They said, we have tracked 11 people have died by suicide who were associated to one scam that we've been chasing. I said, wow. Do you know what's unusual about that statement? Dead people do not speak. I was brought up in a religious cult. My stepfather, my full sister, 2 years older than I, died by suicide. They couldn't live up to the expectations that the Jehovah's Witness organization put on them. They took their own lives. They ended their life. They finished their existence on planet Earth. That's my why. Why the hell do people like Derek Miller believe it's important for him to help people with their financial future? Is it his job? Is it my job to expose people who are promoting Ponzi schemes and scams? Probably not. Should I sit here with my hands under my ass and do nothing? Should I put my name, my reputation out there? Should I look like the idiot YouTuber? It is 11:25 p.m. on a Monday night. This is my third video for the day. My partner come in because I was making too much noise talking to Derek. She shut the door, which I'm feeling a little bit sad about. I keep the house up late at night. What is your why? What are you doing this for? Are you happy in life? Are you contemplating suicide? Oh my God, did Danny just say that? Are you sad? Are you lonely? Are you happy with your life? Am I happy with my life? No, I'm not happy with my life. Do I find life hard? Yes, I do. Do I fight for everything I have? Do I try to be a better version of myself every single day? Yes, I do. Why does someone have to come and take your money from you? Easy come, easy go? My money's never been easy come. Well, I've had a few times. I have actually, I'll be honest, I've made $500,000 in 1 year. I took home $274,000 in 1 year. What did that do for me? I bought myself a big V8 Holden. I bought my wife a convertible Volkswagen Beetle when they were the rave. I've traveled 35 countries. I went to 25 countries in 4.5 months. I bought myself a big Pixel Plus TV, few people will know what that means. Money doesn't make you happy. Stealing other people's money in the hope of getting rich isn't going to make your life happy. The most joy I get is teaching people how to be entrepreneurial. What happened to good old-fashioned business? People say to you, what do you do to support yourself? How do you make your money? You guys don't know. I could be a billionaire. I could have like spaceships, boom, going off to the moon. You guys don't know. I don't know what makes you wealthy. I don't know what you do to survive. Does it really matter? It's how you treat other people. Do you want to be remembered as someone who always told people how to invest their money and they lost it? Do you want to get up in the morning and look over the fence and see that your neighbour needs their lawns mowed? It's probably not a good example, but let's just say you went over there and you mowed their lawns. Let's say the neighbour wasn't at home because they were out working 2 jobs. And you went over there, you mowed the neighbour's lawn, you put your lawnmower away, you picked up all the clippings, and they got home and they go, oh, wow, look at our lawn. And they never knew who did it. Are you that type of person? I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys, but there's better things in life than giving people financial advice. Hoping for a kickback, hoping that's going to build your wealth. Do some nice random acts of kindness to people. I stumbled across that Zoom today. I didn't know who it was. Derek Miller has actually helped me expose a guy that used to be the head of Lioness in Australia. Craig Watton was his name. And Craig was one of those wonderful guys that were going to do a class action lawsuit for a group of people. Derek was actually sending people Craig's way. And Craig was telling those people they had lost, one lady I spoke to, $80,000. So she paid $7,400 in the hope that Craig Watton was going to do a class action lawsuit and get her money back from a Ponzi scheme that Craig Watton used to run and be the head of in Australia. Isn't it amazing? So the same guy that promoted the Ponzi scheme was now telling people that he was doing a class action lawsuit. He wasn't a lawyer. He's nobody. And then he claims that he's got this guy called Ben in Austria. I think it's Austria, somewhere over there. And collectively, they're chasing down $34 million that was lost by mum and dad investors. And Ben isn't a lawyer either, but he works with lawyers, apparently, if you can track them down. And when I challenged Ben for his credentials, and I challenged Craig Watton for his credentials, all he could do was keep complaining about my videos on YouTube. He's got quite a few of them off. It's ridiculous. Look, I think I've raved on enough, but I'm just going to look at these comments in the chat room and go through them really good. Spooky Chicken, you're absolutely awesome. I love people. And Susie, I love all the people that actually stick their, well, except for Spooky Chicken. I presume a Spooky Chicken's a real person to heart. But a lot of people actually have a passion for going after, these scammers, just like I do. And we spend far too much time trying to track these people down. And unfortunately, the authorities don't really go after stopping anyone, do they? But I just want to really thank people for being here. Lauren, a spoilt rich kid from Byron Bay. That's lovely. We have around 200 network marketers now. The claims that they make, Chuck is in here. They sell a dream to poor people, and they do. I mean, that isn't a true word spoken, and that's what gets me going. And we can speak back. You can make a difference. You can help me fight this friggin' scammer world that we live in. What's the world come to, as my mum would say? I can't read some of these, sorry. But I was being investigated once. Chuck was being investigated once. We've all been investigated once. I had 2 policemen knock on my door about 3 months ago. They were delivering a trespass notice. And I said, who from? And they said, oh, and here's a copy of the Digital Communication Act for New Zealand. And I went, rip, throw it up. I'm not reading that shit. I said, you're dropping off a trespass notice from a lady called Moya. And Moya used to work in the police force, apparently on the phone dispatch, as far as I'm aware. But because she's involved in We Are All Satoshi, a $350 million scam, that's my Avengers attract that much money has come from this one scam. Sharvis Anwar, Sam Lee, you may have heard of those people. I've just been in Bloomberg TV. 500,000 people have looked at the video so far. And here's Moya. She's oblivious to all that. She thinks that We Are All Satoshi is going to build her future. But she decided, because she knew the system, she can get the police to deliver a trespass notice. Because I said to everybody, if you've lost money to We Are All Satoshi and you're in New Zealand, I know Moya's home address. And because of that, police come and knocked on my door and handed off a trespass notice, telling me not to go to her place. And I said, I haven't been to her place. I don't go to her place. I said, why don't you investigate the people who are requesting that Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, has been in the New York Times, Bloomberg TV, Channel 9 News, what's that one? News.com.au, ABC News, The Guardian newspaper, The Press, the Otago Times, which is a real feather in my cap, just saying, you won't know that, Radio New Zealand. I've been in all those media companies exposing scammers, and all of a sudden you drop off a trespass notice from a lady who used to be a policeman, who's now retired, and decided to get into scamming people. And you're going to take her word over mine and tell me not to go onto her property when I haven't. You know what I'm saying? How stupid is the world? I'm not an aggressive type of guy, but I ripped up the digital communication thing and threw it on the ground, even though it was my own doorstep, and told the police people to get out of my drive and go do some good old-fashioned police work. They said, we don't want to get into it. And I said, well, since when does the police drop off trespass notices? I've been in a position where I've had to trespass somebody from my property before, in my line of work, and they said, we don't do that for people. So they look after their own. So I could send the trespass notice via courier instead. But what's the world coming to? I'm thinking, is it really that stupid? It does piss me off. The only calls I get from asking solar panels, I can't read that word, but it's quite good. I never told me another beer last time. You never told me this over a beer last time. No, I forgot what I said now. Oh, look, guys. I mean, I love the support. I love the chat room. I love the beer. Chuck, did you like Bend Over? That was pretty good, wasn't it? So I've logged into a whole lot of these, what do they call it, Zoom rooms, and I have a list of names that I choose to use when I go into these chat rooms. People from, let's say, other countries probably don't understand, but I'm going to read them out now. I'm not saying these bad words. Listen. Oh my goodness. Now I've just realized they're actually not working. So I'm going to go into another screen, right? And I'm going to read you the names that I start off with. So if I go into a Zoom meeting, I have ready to go names that I can cut and paste. And these were the basic ones I had.
Neil Smith, Emily Johnson, John Taylor, Rachel Brown, David Wilson, Lisa Thompson.
All right. So they're pretty general names, and there's probably a bit of a jittery in that. But these are the names I prefer to go into the chat rooms with. And let's have a listen.
Suggan D's Nuts, Ben Dover, Seymour Butts, Holden McGroin, Ivana Tinkle, Craven Moorhead, Hugh Juss, Dixie Normus, Mike Hunt, Anita Mann, Eileen Dover, Phil McCracken, C. Hayward Jablome, Amanda Higinkus, Seymour Hinney, Master Bates, Wayne Kerr, Al Babak, Barry McKenna, Chuck Ufali, Gaybitch, Lou Sassol, Patio Furniture, Stupidasso, Willie Stroker, and Al, Broccoli, Elevata, Emma Pig, Justin Case, Lunatic, Pete Sake, Salami, Testicle, Warren Peace, Polyester, Andrew Caesar, Dixon Sitter, Mike Rochburns.
Technically speaking, there's that logo there. So let's just go back to this guy. All right. So I grab this logo and I grab it. I go into here and I chuck that logo in there. I right click on that logo and I go search Google Lens. And theoretically, I should find that logo somewhere else. I've got a YouTube channel, which is great for you, and nothing. So we just go back to the same YouTube channel. And then we've got 257 Affinity Golf update.
Okay.
And
Just a few things to go through.
all right, here we go.
Remember, we talked about this last week. There's a whole lot of new wallets in Homnifi, and they are all...
Okay, so that there alone blows Derek Miller out of the water. Homnifi. Who do you think Homnifi is? Fi. All right, so this guy was playing dumb. I should bring him back. New wallets in Homnifi. So if I go to Homnifi and Danny de Hek, for example, and I just search Homnifi Danny de Hek, which is Moi, and all of a sudden I go into Homnifi. 1 minute, please, caller. So the Homnifi is a rebrand of bloody the friggin' right. So Homnifi, the future of Web3 and decentralization applications, and Homnifi playbook. Rebranded, relaunched, recycled, fraudulent. So this is Derek Miller, the guy that has said that he doesn't know who We Global is. The blockchain era, Extra Pro, Homnifi International are all from the same company. So here he is telling us that Homnifi, I mean, I cannot actually believe this.
in place. Most of them are usable and swappable. And I'm trying to work through some of these transactions myself now, because you can see that some of the SMLYK, it's a staking token. I want to know the easiest way to stake it on the systems that we already have. So once we get that out of the way, we can attack a whole lot of different things.
So you've got
My Cloud K stuff, the licenses is still working.
So here's the video
Okay,
promoting it.
just a few things to go through. Remember, we talked about this last week. There's a whole lot of new wallets in Homnifi, and they are.
I mean,
all,
what
we actually have some sense out of it. I'm trying to
so Homnifi,
convert tokens I've already got to run it. The place I don't have mine yet. Mine's still ready for shipping.
I
as
mean,
you
this
can
is
see. But there's been many thousands of them shipped to users around the world. Amid growing forward for us. It's a great way to add an outcome to the systems that we have.
I mean,
So
this guy.
if you ship the units to yourself, you gain been many.
So it's the same company.
That's going to be really important ongoing.
And then you
Customs gonna
switch
do
to this one here
the tax.
for tax reasons. So if you will be able to
Children
claim your
per
tax
woman.
back when you invest in a Ponzi
They're
scheme and lose all your
down.
money.
Blame funny. Absolutely.
I mean, you can't keep up with this shit, can you?
4 or 5 weeks, we beat it up, or after we've
I mean,
got.
I can't even comprehend why somebody would do this.
Well, no
All right.
is the short answer, but yes, I have scheduled a call so we can talk about the ZAMI for the DDX. The DDX platform is
So
now
if we
moving
were to give Derek
distribute
Miller
the new
this thing
tokens.
here.
So that was the old Desert Pearl program, but we need to get the hubs linked to Nomo app to make that happen. And there's a couple of glitches there that we don't have answers to yet. So I'm ferreting away trying to get an answer for that. Maybe by Wednesday, Martin, when I stop in, we might have the answer to that. Let's hope we do.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's all right, Miss Vivian.
So this
Okay,
is the
thanks,
company.
everybody.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys
Great to
something
see
before I
people
go.
here. Great to see you here, Miss Vivian and Lyndall and everybody that doesn't get here very often. So we look forward to seeing you on the golden beaches of the world. Have a great night.
That's your tag long. Okay, so let's just say we want. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'll just refresh this. Oh, actually, I won't. I'll go to. Okay, good. We're good to go. All right. I want to build up a knowledge base about a company called. Do you have any information on them at the moment? So I go to ChatGPT. All right. What have we got? Oh, there's a research company development specialised in both hardware and software solutions, blah, 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 blah. Excellent. I prefer that response. So how do I do that? I think I have a button at the bottom to tick. All right. So I've just stumbled across a Zoom meeting where Derek Miller from Australia was promoting. He claims that he didn't know anything about. So if I go back to my company and go Homnifi, now is that a .com? Homnifi, did I not put the website address? So let's go to, where are we? That. All right, I'm just going to get that right. Okay, so what do we have? This one here. How do we collect which one that one response to? I like response to. Oh, we still got that one going down, have we? Okay, I prefer. Oh, which one do I like? I think I liked. I like response to. Okay, I just emailed, come across a Zoom meeting with Derek Miller in Australia who was promoting Homnifi. He claims he didn't know anything about Homnifi. However, we found a video on his YouTube channel when he was talking about it like the back of his hand. I'm going to cut and paste information from, so we're going to go cut from its website, and I'd like you to build your knowledge base so we can update the description of the YouTube video we're doing live at the moment. All right, so that's how I use it. So now what I do is I go to that website. I don't know, I'm not going to get into that one today. And I go to the homepage of this website and I just select it all. And then I go back to ChatGPT and I go home page and I paste it. Boom, that's that one done. Then I go to the next one, services. And I go select A, collect. I go back and I wait for that to finish. And I go, this is the services page. And then what I'll do, now the other one I want to know is Derek Miller, E-R-A-U. I want to see if there's a better picture of him. It doesn't seem to be. Derek Miller. And then if I put Derek Miller, crypto AU. Is any one of those Derek Miller yet? Derek Miller, I wonder if that's him. Derek Miller, Neil Miller, Derek Miller, Singapore. Market King. Don't think it's him, is it? No. All right, so they're not the same one. Forget about that. Sorry, Mr. Other Derek Miller. Friday Night Thunder. Derek Miller. I don't know. Crypto? Maybe you don't have that. So these people fly under the radar. Very hard to find a lot of information on them. Obviously, I have some information. I think the only information I actually had was if I go to Australia and I click on Derek Miller. Derek Miller, there he is. So that's his photo there. I just about want to right click on that and go. I want to go double click, download. And I think this is the only photo that I actually could find of Derek Miller on the internet to his, which is quite funny. And now we want to go Google Lens it. And hopefully I'll find it somewhere else. Nowhere. So the only photo that I have of this guy is basically that one there. And then we've got, what have we got here? So this is about those to all members. So we've got follow us, Instagram and YouTube. But yeah, that's his gold opportunity. Gold bars. Oh yeah, I'm excited. Oh, I'm so excited. Excited. I tell you what though, that's going to make a nice little background, isn't it? So if I go save image as desktop, keep that for later. Did that save? Funny enough, I don't think it, no, it did actually. I think we got gold bars. Anyway, so what I could do, this is because this is so crazy, as I go to Canva, I go to Danny de Hek, I go to, let's go to add a page, whoops, add a page, and then I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to drag gold in there. Oh, some nice gold bars, and there we go. Hopefully that's going to fit in there. And right, so there's the background. All right, now we go to all right, so now we've got that. We just need to tell the home page. Derek Miller. What else we got about Derek Miller then? Gold rocks me. Haven't got much about him really, have we? Pyramid fraud warning. I wonder if he's mentioned in here. I seem to have an article from Behind MLM. Derek. Chuck. Brilliant. Oh, give us a ring back, mate. I'm starting to get sleepy, but go for it, mate. Give us a ring back. I'll answer the phone. Is that what you want? I'm still in. StreamYard link. Oh, sorry, mate. Look, no, seriously, please do. Here you go. Here's the link here. Didn't see it. I'm not looking at the chat room. If you come on there, we should be right. I think that's open. But it'd be good to have a yarn, mate. Good to have a yarn. You see, I'm going crazy by myself. So anyway, so let's go back to what we can find for you. AU for gold store. Let's go to the home page. So let's just go there, put that logo in there. Beautiful. And then I've got a nice new goal for you. Now I think I actually have another one. There we go. And I think I had a nice new photo of me today. That one there. Look at that. That's me standing there, strutting my stuff. That one there. There. And now we need a photo of Derek, which isn't going to be too good. Derek Miller. Maybe if I went back to the original video of me just today. But, you know, this is the funny thing is he's on here promoting his gold stuff. He hasn't even got his camera on. Oh, there it is there. So that's your hardware. We ship It's just friggin' ridiculous. Chuck, did that work? I'm going to take that picture. So then I can go back to here. I probably can get a photo of one of those computers. And let's expose this guy then. So I'll just copy that, go to there, post that in there, and let's go big time. There we go. Goal for you. Get rid of our little guy from the last time. All right, what do we do there? We go to detach image, say goodbye to him. That should do it. And then we go to a wee bar of gold. There it is. We ship. Oh, it just goes on, this shit. I mean, I don't know. How many investment opportunities do you need before you realise? Figuring that out, Chuck. The computer's got smoke coming out of it. So there it is. And now what we want to do is we want to find that. So where is that one? Is there anything to do with him? He's not in there, is he? A lot of these guys cry innocence until you call them out. But I think we've actually trapped these a little bit, haven't we? Anyway, so this will just do for the thumbnail. It's not going to be a flash thumbnail. Obviously, people who've watched the live, I don't want to lose these videos that I do. But I basically want to document everything I do because one day it might become important to somebody. So that's that there. Click on black. We tell it to burn out to 180. There we go. There was a nice for you. What the hell was the dress like that? Oh my god. I'll just get rid of that one. We'll go back to this one. Where did we get to? We got to here. Affinity gold. So does he have anything in the descriptions? Gold mining. Okay, so these are the claims that I love seeing. So he's nothing in it for him. He's just trying to help people.
Plus 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 plus.
I was getting sick of the pluses just saying.
257 Infinity Gold, 257 Infinity Gold Update, Infinity Gold Update, Gold Update and Projections, 257 Infinity Gold Update and Projections 31/3/2025, Gold Update and Projections Infinity Gold, 257 Infinity Gold, 257 Infinity Gold Update, Roblox, Infinity Gold Update and Projections, Gold Forecast, Gold Price Analysis, 257 Infinity Gold Update and Projections 31/3/2025, Gold Update and Projections Infinity Gold, Gold Price, Sourced Live, Sourced Analysis Today.
Okay, Wall Street's another game.
Blaming tradies for the housing crisis.
Okay, nothing I don't know about.
What if those in power were launching a...
Yeah, okay, lady, you go away. If though you're pretty, I don't want to listen to you. You kind of get my idea. See you soon, I presume you was going to say. For us, we sort of want to get that logo, don't we? Rocks about us. Power. So 1, 5. Oh, these are all numbers. So if I went to videos, so confusing. Why don't you just make it simple? Minting tokens. Oh my god, really? You've numbered all your YouTube videos. For what reason? Oh my god, Xera. You said you didn't know anything about Xera Pro. Or X Pro, they call it now. This is the same. How can you say to me on the phone that you know nothing about Xera Pro and here you are promoting the Homnifi? Look at this, mate. Look. This Homnifi, I call it. Are you kidding me? And where are you, mate? You're hiding yourself. It's just ridiculous. I mean, if I get Derek out there and I download him, this is the only photo I could find him on the internet at the time. I want to basically get this guy. I want to go to frame. I mean, why don't you hide who you are? So there, upload that there. put that in there, put you about there. I come along to this, I go to that, and we put Derek in there, do we? Oh, there he is. So there you are, Derek. It's the only photo we've got of you. And we'll make you as big as we can without making you look too bunchy. And there's your machine. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So now I just go download, memory, JPEG, open, current photo, download, and we go to here, and now we want to carry on grabbing the information that we had on that company that you claim was a great opportunity. So we're up to devices, services, devices. All right, copy. We go back to ChatGPT. We paste that in there. We go back to devices. We click on that. We go to the next wonderful thing, co-products. What the hell is a co-product? We actually researched the company behind these product certification. Well, I think if you pull any plug out of the wall, it's going to have one of these certifications on it, because anything that's made with electronics has got the same. So now your independence. I don't even know what it is, but anyway, let's go. I'm just chucking pages in here, and then about us, and this is where it gets really stupid. And this is exactly the same format that other company I just talked about. They have exactly the same. So this is just another variation of this company. I've actually seen this before. It's just ridiculous. It's just shit on shit on shit. You know, it's like, how much shit do you want to believe in and hope, because you get a trinkle of money and you've made a couple of thousands out of your $500 investment? It's just ridiculous. Honestly, it makes me sick. It really does. I mean, there's a time when, you know, that you've got to pull your head out of your ass and become a human being again. That is the problem. Right, so that's that one there. And the last page is another pile of shit. Okay, so then I get that already. Thanks for the numbers. Adds more context. Okay, and Hoyts. Okay. All right, Chuck, you're a man. I'm just getting into it, mate. Chuck's here. Nice to have you here, mate. Good to have a voice. I'm going crazy. Now, have I got you? Let's see if we get you. I'll make you look pretty. It won't be hard, will it, Chuck? Let's go, Chuck. He's in the car. What are you doing in the car, mate? It's a bit of a scream. I'll just get you looking good. Custom. I'm going to put you in a squirrel. What are you doing in the car, mate? It's like Mr. Uber driver today, are we? That's good. Can't hear you yet. Now, what am I doing wrong? It might be you. Guest has muted themselves, so you need to click that mute button without crashing. Take your time. It's all good. I know how it is. I'll put you up there. I'm just writing myself a new description for the blog that we're doing at the moment. It's going to be a goodie. Now, guest has muted themselves. Now, I wonder why. Is there a button that you can click? Guest has muted themselves. Guest has muted. Oh, he's coming back. That's good to have you here, Chuck. Chuck is a YouTuber which has been exposing scams for probably longer than I have, actually. And he's goes after a lot of the people that are hell-bent in believing flat earth, which is friggin' hilarious. His video channels are absolutely brilliant. Okay, so now I'm going to please use all of that information to write me an exciting YouTube channel description, or a YouTube video description. We talk extensively with Derek Miller, who claims he wasn't doing anything but helping people achieve their financial freedom. After doing a little bit of research, we can see that Derek Miller is still actively promoting investment opportunities that have been proven scams, and also given warnings from organisations such as the New Zealand's FMA and also Money Smart in Australia. All right, so that's good enough. And now we need to go to YouTube. There we go. So now we should have, spitting out like a Charlie, a beautiful YouTube channel description. So the first thing I want to do is, I'll keep that open for tomorrow morning, is I want to edit the video that you are watching right now. I want to click on the thumbnail and I want to go to downloads, and I don't know what to put in this one, but anyway, that will do. I want to put this into real-time Ponzi Scheme Avenger alerts. I want to go back to this one. And that company there does ring a bell. All right, so now we've got a title, 1. Boom, and it's that one there. So we're just going to move him over. Whoopsie daisy. Off the screen there. We'll go back so you guys can see what I'm doing. Did that pop up? It did. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is give it a juicy title. Exposing Derek Miller and HORYS Technologies. More Ponzi lies uncovered. Scam alert. Oh, that sounds dramatic. I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to shut that down. And now we're going to go to here. And we'll put that down. We might even have to send this one off to Craig Watton. He will love it. My mission. So basically, Craig Watton and Derek Miller are all as bad as each other, which is a real shame. And it really is, Derek. You seem like a nice enough guy. And here I am, I'm watching you promoting Ponzi schemes and scams. I mean, really? Is it really that important that you need to do that?